Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video day, and today we're going to be talking about if the Houston Rockets should trade up for the second overall pick and select Scoot Henderson, as the Rockets are sitting with the fourth overall pick in the 2023 NBA draft that is on June 22nd, as we are less than a month away. As yesterday was exactly a month away, and yesterday was exactly a month away, so now we're May 23rd, less than a month away from the NBA draft. And there is a lot of potential moves that could be made. Rockets potentially either trading up or trading down, maybe looking to trade the fourth overall pick for win-now players. But if not trading the fourth overall pick for win-now players, then selecting Amen Thompson with the fourth overall pick, or trading up for Scoot Henderson. Those are the Rockets' options with the third overall pick. And I know a lot of Rockets fans want the Rockets to trade up for Scoot Henderson at 2 and get Scoot, but I don't see it happening. I don't. Not only do I not see the Rockets going for it, because I think right now the Rockets are trying to kind of trade their trade assets, like not necessarily the fourth overall pick, but players like, if they were trading up from 4 to 2, they would have to move guys like Kevin Porter Jr., which it's looking like the Rockets are looking to keep Kevin Porter Jr. this offseason and give him, have him shoot more proper threes. Ime Udoka, it's looking like he's kind of going to have Kevin Porter Jr. kind of be set up as that backup shooting guard next season for the Rockets. I don't see the Rockets wanting to move Kevin Porter Jr. this offseason. I think the Rockets would either keep KJ Martin or preferably maybe move him in a more bigger deal, like trading for a superstar like Jaylen Brown or someone else. And I don't know. And not only that, do I not really see the Rockets kind of trading their assets away? I could see the Rockets being interested in it. And I'm not saying the Rockets should not do it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't see the Rockets doing it. I would love Scoot Henderson on the Rockets. I'd love him and Jalen Green and the duo you have right there. I would love that. But I just don't see at all the Rockets doing it. And it could be a good move, but it could be a bad move because, I don't think Scoot Henderson and Jalen Green would be bad on the court, but it's just looking like the Rockets don't want to trade their assets away. And it also looking like the Rockets are in preparation to make some big signings this offseason. It's looking like the Rockets are, and I think right now, honestly, I think I know there's a lot of questions about what the Rockets are going to do in free agency, but I think the Rockets, as of right now, are going to sign James Harden and Cameron Johnson in free agency of the Brooklyn Nets and the Philadelphia 76ers. So then if you trade up for Scoot Henderson, my number one thing is, I'm not saying I want the Rockets to sign James Harden, and I'm not saying I don't want them to. I'm not saying either, but I'm saying if the Rockets are so, interested in signing James Harden if they're so interested in signing James Harden, I don't think Scoot Henderson, James Harden, and Jalen Green really kind of work. I don't at all. Because, I don't think it works. But, who's the point guard? James is kind of transitioned to this point guard player. I think it maybe could be possible to put Scoot at the point guard and Jalen at the shooting guard, and then James at the shooting guard, which we've seen Tyrese Maxey play the point guard, but James Harden does more of the point guard duties, has the ball more in his hands, has the ball more in his hands. But I don't know. I don't think. And then Jalen at the 3, Jalen at the small forward is very weird to me, but it could work. Then Jabari's at the 4. We saw him most of you. I mean, when Eric Gordon was starting at the small forward until Eric Gordon, or did Jabari play? Yeah, Jabari, I guess can you consider Jabari played power forward most of all season last year, because once Gordon got moved to the Clippers, KJ Martin slid in and was the starting small forward. So we saw Jabari play the 4. We've seen LPs play the 5, but we haven't really seen Jalen play the small forward position. And then if you're looking to sign a big free agent, I don't know if Cam Johnson or Austin Rivers, two guys the Rockets have a lot of interest in this offseason. I don't know if those are two guys that would be willing to sign with the Rockets for a bench role. Austin Reeves turned into a starter with the Lakers. Cam Johnson, we saw him sort of play out that six-man role with the Suns, but then traded to the Nets. He was a full-time starter. I don't see either one of those guys, which I really want the Rockets to bring in Cam Johnson. That is my number one target right there. The defense and the shooting both. That's really both of those reasons is why I want the Rockets to sign Cam Johnson. His shooting and his defense. Rockets were one of the worst three-point shooting teams last season. Cam shot 40% from three last year. Rockets want to improve their defense. Defense was solid, but not great. Cam Johnson is an amazing defender. So I think Cam Johnson, that has to be a big priority for the Rockets this free agency. And I don't really see if the Rockets make this trade up. I don't see Cam Johnson because I do think ultimately, I think the Rockets could ultimately trade up for Scoot Henderson at that number 2 overall, and I still think the Rockets are going to sign James Harden. I don't think anything's going to change. So in that case, you do that. Scoot's at the 1, Jalen's at the 2. James is at the 2. A lot of J's for me. Jalen's at the 3. You see, Jalen, James, Jabari, a lot of J's. James is at the 2, Jalen's at the 3, Jabari's at the 4, and then Alp's at the 5. I don't see Cam Johnson signing here, and I think he would be a key addition to the Rockets. And not only that, but I don't see the Hornets moving that 2 overall pick. The Hornets, Michael Jordan as an owner, they want to make things right, and Michael Jordan, things have never gone well since he's been the owner. I think this is the chance as a backcourt duo with Scoot Henderson and LaMelo Ball. I know a lot of people don't think it will work, but I personally do think it would work. And I think that it would actually be a really scary, really, really, really scary backcourt duo. But it's even more dangerous if you add some pieces with them. You would think they're going to trade Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier. Obviously, I think Terry, if the Hornets draft Scoot Henderson with the second overall pick, I think it is for sure that Terry Rozier is gone. Gordon Hayward is a maybe, most likely, but you can get some good assets for Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward. You add those pieces that you get in from Hayward and Rozier with Scoot Henderson and LaMelo Ball and some of their other young pieces like Mark Williams. That's a scary Hornets team. And if everybody stays healthy on top of that, if LaMelo stays healthy, I don't know, man. That Hornets team would be pretty good. I don't see the Hornets, I think Amen Thompson would be all right with LaMelo if the Hornets trade down from 2 to 4, but I don't think it'd be, what's the point for the Hornets to do that? It'd have to be an amazing offer because why would you? I don't see the Hornets doing that at all. I really don't. And I think the Hornets are probably, they're probably stuck on drafting Scoot Henderson in the NBA draft. I think it'd be a hell of a move I think it would be a hell of a move. And yeah, we'll see what happens though. I'd be down for the Rockets to do it. Do I think it doesn't make sense for multiple reasons? Because I don't see the Hornets making the move to trade down, and I also don't see the Rockets really wanting to give up a lot of assets away when you're only moving up 2 spots. It's not that big of a jump, even though you're getting a way more valuable player, and then you can't. What you're getting free agency wise, because I think guys like Cameron Johnson and Austin Reeves, who you have a lot of interest, would be de-interested in coming here because of not having a starting spot unless Scoot Henderson's going to come off the bench in his rookie season, which I don't really see that happening. So in that case, I think it's the best option that the Rockets probably don't trade for the second overall pick. And I'm not saying I would be mad if it happened. I would honestly be really excited, but I just don't see it happening. I'm not going to get excited about something that I don't really see happening. Don't see the Rockets going for it. I don't see the Hornets getting rid of this second overall pick. I don't even see the Hornets getting, even if they don't, if the Hornets even are not going to draft Scoot, I don't see the Hornets trading that second overall pick. Because, okay, let's say the Hornets trade, if the Hornets are more interested in Brandon Miller Brandon Miller than they are more interested in Brandon Miller than Scoot Henderson. Why would they trade down from 2 to 4 when most likely the Rockets are gonna, they're gonna take Scoot at 2, and the Trailblazers, if they have a decision between Amen Thompson and Brandon Miller, they're gonna of course take Brandon Miller. So in that case, even though I think the Blazers might trade their pick, I think if the Blazers trade their pick, it's going to be to someone who wants Brandon Miller. So in that case, I think the Hornets are going to want to draft one or two guys, Brandon Miller or Scoot Henderson. And if you trade down from 2 to 4, I don't think you're going to get Brandon Miller. So in that case, I do not see the Hornets trading down at all. And it sucks for the Rockets, but I think they're going to make some good moves in free agency, maybe make a trade or two that are decent, and we'll see what happens, though. But you guys have your thoughts, and peace out. Go Rockets.